Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 6, part 4 of our Let's Play The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past Randomizer. I am Nitro6003. Today, as I mentioned in the last part, I totally forgot that with the Titan's Mitts, mirror, and with that lovely hammer that we got, we have access to Light World and Dark World Death Mountain. And that is a lot nicer, and plus we can find out what the medallion is for Turtle Rock. We should do that rather than what I was going to do, which is one-off checks. So, yeah, we're going to do that instead. I'm not going to do Spike Cave yet. Spike Cave is easy to get back to, and again, I really think that doing multiple things is better than doing one and then having to save and quit out and then all that stuff. So best case scenario is now we are going to do Spiral Cave first, and we'll drop down, we'll get the portal, and then we'll do Death Mountain. And this is our first time up here, so let's check up here. Just 20 bucks up there. Alright, so nothing there, and now we have to do Spiral Cave the slow way. So just making our way through Spiral Cave. Just money there, so far Death Mountain, the one item we've gotten has not been great, but still a lot of checks up here. So I hate dead rocks almost as much as I hate Trolldorm. There is still one more pendant out there that we will obviously get. So money, more money. We could probably get our bombs and stuff maxed out if we want at some point. We'll probably get a lot more bombs as we get closer to like Ice Palace, so we can do the bomb jump. I've gotten much better at doing that lately. Alright, red mail. Small key to Skull Woods, which is at this point useless. Butter sword. Okay, I won't say no, but don't really need it. Hook shot and a small key, so we and it's to pod. So how many? We now have two pod small keys. That's really good. And now we can do Hookshot Cave while we're up here. We can check out Turtle Rock and maybe perhaps open it up. So we don't have to open it up later. Super Bunny Cave first. Alright, so Super Bunny Cave first. I don't know if we'll get any dungeons done in this part, but we're definitely going to make some progress. We haven't found any shields yet either. I just realized we don't have a shield yet. There's a map to GT. Can't get through GT without its map. And finally, another heart container. And we can see how many crystals we need to get into GT, actually. Because remember, that is something I randomized. Believe it or not. I randomized that. the getting into it. All right, so bombos for both. Bombos for both Turok and Misery Mire. So we'll go at least look and see what we need to get in to that fantastic dungeon. Because if it's one, we can go at least look at it. Won't be pleasant, but we can go. Oh, that's Kana Samaria. We'll give that a big key to Ice Palace. So we have Samaria now. Yep, the seed is finally deciding to give me the items, and there's a second bottle, which is great. And it has a fairy in it, which is even greater. Small key to pod. That's the third pod small key. Good. We're finally getting some answers here. We have 3 pod small keys. We can go back to pod at any point, but right now, we got to see what we need to enter GT. Is it all 7? Is it less? What is it? You need 5 crystals. We have 3. We need 2 more to enter GT. Okay, so let's see now. You know what? I think we're going to do Spike Cave now. Because that's really the last thing we have to do up here. And we have the hook shot. We have the cape. If something goes terribly wrong. And we'll just save and quit out of here. Map of Skull Woods. Alright, so Pod is seeming more and more likely that we can do something in there now. We still can't finish it. We have completed all the Light World dungeons already. So now it's just a matter of the Dark World dungeons. So I think we're going to Pod now, because now we have 3 small keys, and we can. That is a lot for Pod. Like as far as like being able to, especially if you go up the Bollock side, there's a lot you can do in Pod now with that key setup, especially. Can't finish it, obviously. Not gonna even use that key unless we get the big key in the dungeon. If we were to get it, then great. But yeah. So by process of elimination, we have 5 dungeons left. Oh, so we know now where the other pendant is. Swamp Palace is our other pendant. Okay. Alright, so we are not going to open that door unless we get a key, unless, we have 3 keys. We have to use them very wisely because I don't want to have a problem of like, where is pod small keys? Which could be detrimental. So we're gonna be very careful, and I know that it takes more time to go up this way, especially without the boots. It really does sadly take a lot more time to go up this way, but again, I think it's, especially we have the bow. It's not like we don't have the bow and we have to go doing potion glitches and stuff and having 8 potions or whatever the case may be. That's not the case here. We are in very good position as far as what we need to do in this dungeon. And now we can finally drop down here and get that chest. But we'll do that after we get the other side. So we don't have to do that again. And oh, our first shield. That's nice. So we still need bombos. So we can do both Turtle Rock and Misery Mire. So both of those dungeons are off the table for now. So basically it's going to come down to Swamp Palace and the small key there, because there's one small key we're missing. And here we go again. Bullock side. Again, I want to use my keys wisely, and I feel this is the best way to do that. And I don't really, to me, the mimics and doing this over and over again don't matter enough time-wise, and we're not racing, so I'm not worried about time. I mean, eventually I would like to be able to do things a little faster, but I'm not planning on racing this game more than likely ever. Or if I do, I will have to get a lot better in general at it, because there's no way I'm good enough as is, so. Alright, so best way to do this is just throw a bomb over there. And I actually don't even know what the stun prize is in this seed, because we've never actually needed it. It's actually arrows. So yeah, we could definitely go that way, and we can. But again, we only have 1 key left now. So we can either open 1 chest or open 2. Another Turtle Rock small key. I'm going to open up this one because to me it doesn't make sense to go through the maze without the key. So we're done again in here. without more keys. Alright, so we... let's take a visit to the witch first and get some much needed potions for the next step in our progression. Do we have the Ice Palace big key? We do. Okay, so the chances of there being anything else on, like, you know, something like Pyramid Fairy now are slim because we still need bombos. Oh wait, I want more bombs. Wait a second. Wait a second. I want to get more bombs first. Gotta get more bombs. I have plenty of money to waste. So let's just get a lot of bombs, because the one thing I don't want to do is run out of bombs. And arrows are not necessary right now. Bombs are. We're so loaded on money, so I'm gonna get 30 bombs right now just so I have plenty for the bomb jump in Ice Palace. Alright, you know what? That's good enough. That's good enough. That's 25 bombs. I don't think I've ever used 25 in this dungeon, to be quite honest with you. Alright. In Ice Palace, we have one key, and we have the big key. Now remember, if an enemy has a key, that still occurs. So that is always good. And of course, we get a fetch quest as our first item out of here. I think my cat just kind of walked in the room. I think this is probably the most difficult part of Ice Palace, like in the vanilla game especially. Alright, so bomb jump. It's not impossible. You have to be fully over that you don't see anything behind you. place the bomb, and then you want to be about halfway down there, and you get the bomb jump. Do not fall after you do the bomb jump. Whatever you do, do not fall after you do the bomb jump. That would be terrible. And we get more money. So that's, I guess, good. And we could, I believe we could beat the boss. More money. And we still have one key, which is really nice. And there's silvers. So no silverless again in here. Come on. Go down the stairs, please. Thank you. Compass for Skull Woods. We still don't have the big key, though, for Skull Woods, so kind of... And then this in the vanilla game is where you get the blue mail. And we just get a compass for Turtle Rock. There's one more chest that we have to check. On this side. And another bomb jump you can do. This is a lot easier than the other one, for sure. A lot more forgiving. But still pretty much the same idea. Pretty much the same idea. Another GT small key. actually... Yeah, I think we can go... Yeah, we can go this way, I believe. Yes. To the hookshot room. In the vanilla game, you had to go 3 times around to beat this dungeon. It was crazy. It was just crazy. And before we do that, and our first boomerang. So still no sign of Bombos. Get a few more bombs while we're at it. That's enough. I think we'll save. So yeah, we got a fetch quest, and we got a fetch quest out of Ice Palace, and that's for it, and the crystal. There wasn't really very much else in there. We do have access to beat Aga, but again, I really don't want to do that if I don't have to yet, because again, really what I would, in a perfect society, would like to save Aga for last, but we have no more pod small keys. We don't have the big key. We could go into Swamp, and I think that's what we're going to do, is Swamp Palace next, in search for Bombos. Or it could be right there. That is our access to Turtle Rock, which we can now get into. And we have 3 small keys and the big key for Turtle Rock. And we have Swamp Palace still to go as well. But we're at 30 minutes. Do I test Swamp out? Join me next time, and we'll either we'll probably do Swamp Palace next, or Misery Mire. I'm Nitro6003, and I'll see you guys all next time.